Hello everyone, this is Reason with another episode of Starship Evo. And I thought I'd just try a little something crazy here. But in today's episode, we're going to be looking at a couple of personal vehicles that I've made that I thought you guys might be interested in, because I really haven't showed too much of the stuff I've been working on, and I thought you guys might get a good enjoyment out of it. What we have here is a shuttlecraft that I've built, a Zorkian built craft. This thing is your standard Type 1 shuttle with normal phasers and torrents. Type 2 shuttlecraft is a little stronger. Not much to really say, it's just your standard shuttlecraft. It has interior and 8 passenger seating. These are just general shuttlecrafts that are used throughout the galaxy, and they are what they are. This one's the fastest of them, of the two. Give you a little bit of a speed test of this thing. It is not 100% finished, and neither is the other type. Still have quite a bit of work to do. But all in all, it's not a bad little craft for interplanetary, going on short-range missions, just different things like that. And this little shuttlecraft does have a couple of unique features. Yeah, if I can... the only way to get in and out of it, rotating seats. Like I said, not too bad looking. This is about the size of it. Storage or engines or whatever you want to call it back here. Cargo, I suppose, miniature cargo. And yeah, this is the passenger area. It does have lights. And the cockpit. And of course, who can't forget the beverage heaters? Want something good to drink. It has shields which operate, and lights. And this one does have landing gear. Oh, that opens up. That closes the bulkhead doors. Yeah, so both shuttles are the same, so there's really no point in, except one has warp capability and the other does not. And this one has a little more. This is the Type 2. It has a little more firepower. Alright, there's the Rambler down there. It's currently work in progress. I'm not going to reveal much about it at this point, other than what you see. So yeah, that's for another video later on. Alright. Let's see if this thing takes forever to load. The ship I wanted to show you guys is a ship that I've been working on for quite a while. I've got a few collections. I do have the Enterprise in here too. But I'm waiting to show that off once it's more prepared. This monstrosity, well, it's not really much, is a raider vessel, basically Planet Skull's version of what's a kind of similar class to the Allurance, basically. Say a little bigger. This ship here was, these things were raider classes. They were built in the early years, originally fueled and converted into warp drive, and this thing is probably about 50 to 100 years old. It was originally owned by Gun and Stone, which captured it, and then Stone was betrayed, and then he basically stole the ship and saved Gunn, and yeah. And basically had it for 40 years until they both were killed in action and the ship was abandoned. And there's a little write-up about the characters and the ship, so you guys can read that. Got the cargo bay. Incomplete engine room. Really nothing in there to show. Cargo bay is kind of interesting. That opens the hatch. And then that drops the cargo lifter, or whatever you want to call it. And then, of course, you got cranes, which operate and move them into position. Pick up your cargo, load it, drop it into the deck, and you can put your cargo wherever you want it. You have to do this in sequence or it will not work. Yeah, for some reason, yeah, you gotta do it in sequence. So anyway, that's about it for this deck. Here you have troops, so this ship can load troops and drop off troops. The interesting thing is, you want to drop off troops, you're going into a planet. You can drop off troops through this method. You have a bunch of guys stand down here and then parachute out of the ship while it's still moving. Which I'm still going to design all this and fix this all up. It has to be closed in a certain way, that's the only thing. And then you go down here, up to the main deck, another little passenger seating area. The bridge area with a couple of consoles, and then weapons, which do not function at the moment, but they will eventually. Back in here, I think I'm going to put something else. I'm not sure what's going to go back there. Your transporter. And then we go into the back of the ship, which is basically living quarters, washroom, living area, bedrooms, shower for the crew to clean up and whatever else they need to do. The little galley, nice little galley. You got your stove, your fridge, your sink, and then your cupboards, and here's the next bedroom, and you have a small medical office, which is also unfinished. Yeah, that's about it for this little ship. Not bad. Still requires quite a bit of work. I'm not going to really do much in the way of testing of it because it's a work in progress and just not really sure. Be careful, because sometimes that will close on you if you walk to it. So yeah, not much has changed on the Starbase other than this big old hangar here, which I installed earlier. Not much to say about that. That's just an extension onto the base, large hangar, but I think that's going to be removed. Yes. Alright. I'm trying to think of what else. You take a look at this. Or did I already show this? Oh no, this is another little vessel that I think you guys will like. That's that little vessel that was sitting out on the other side there. This one is quite nice, actually. Compared to the other Starship, the Orion, this one, it's hard to say which one's better than the other, but I think both vessels are very nicely built. I mean, I really love the detail work on this. I did do a previous video of it. Now this is your bridge. It looks good. I'm really impressed with how this looks. It kind of has like an animal sort of feel to it. definitely unique. Anyway, I'll give you a little quick tour of the ship. Your laboratory. Well, that's kind of neat. I guess that's the window. Oh. Oh, that's cool. A little shower area. It's a good idea. Looking at the other folks' ships, you can really see what sort of shenanigans you get yourself into. There's a lot of detail in this vessel. Not a large ship, but it's certainly a compact ship. And it looks really, really good. It definitely gives you the feel of a rib cage as you're coming in, which is really, really neat. I like that. And then you're in the cargo bay. It's supposed to be a mission ship, which is used for different things, I suppose. I'm not too sure. But I think this ship's a really good design. It certainly has potential. And then you got your medical bay. It's similar to like Gun and Stone ship, except bigger. And I think you'd have a... I don't know where the crew quarters would be on this one. Oh, I think these are the crew quarters. Yeah, looks about... Okay. Looks like crew quarters. Crew quarters for 2 people, perhaps? Maybe more? I'm not sure. Alright, so... more people could probably sit here. That's a little galley area. Or maybe this is just a little common spot, not sure. Very nicely done. And then you have maybe your briefing room, perhaps? I like this look. Anyway, folks, I think that's going to do it for today. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you enjoy the video. Also, don't forget to, send me a link to your ships that if you want me to show them off. And then, I guess that's all for today. Anyway, folks, until next time, I am Reason, and we'll see you in space.